Hello and welcome to episode 582 of the Awesome Comics Podcast, a place where the small press makes one hell of a big noise. My name is Vince Hunt. Joining me as always is the artist and creator of Vanguard, the amazing epic webcomic full of superheroes and their alter egos. That man is Daniel Butcher.
Hello.
Hello. And speaking of someone, our very own Bruce Wayne, our very own Clark Kent, our very own...
Norbert Sykes.
Norbert Sykes. I don't know why I thought of strawberry shortcake. But Tony Esmond, welcome. Hello, everyone. We hope you're doing well this week. Thank you to everyone who listened to last week's episode.
And commented.
And
reposted. Thank you.
Yes. Truly appreciate, this show that's all about making comics and about the education of comics, which cropped up again this week in the interview.
Every day's a fucking school day if you're a comic book creator.
Yeah.
You should be able to, all the time there's something new to learn.
Yeah. Unless we should take learnings every day, shouldn't we, about the way we interact with the world and making comics. Or if you're Rob Liefeld, if you're Rob Liefeld, just decide to maybe just don't say it. But
I don't know what to say about that guy.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But only kidding, folks. We're not going to be talking about that this week because we've got a lot of fun discussion, like lots of mysteries, and we're focusing on the side of comics that, let's face it, for many books has been the absolute spine and backbone of comic heroes, and some of which get name checked, and me and Dan get absolutely smashed.
Yeah,
in a way unlike we've ever been smashed before. Yes. Isn't that right?
I think we sat back thinking we're too good for this and we're smashed up.
No. In fact, if you listen to the audio, it probably sounds like I've just woken up and I don't know where I am and I don't know anything.
Sometimes your head's in the right place and sometimes it's not. There's ones in that I know for a fucking fact,
Yeah.
Just didn't click.
Yeah. But maybe that's about secret identities, because that's what we're focused on. But also in and around a fantastic comic book called The Stranger, which, Dan, you've been, as always, my friend, you've been shouting about it, and we jumped on the bandwagon now. And it's... let's face it, listeners, we like good comics. We all do. And you'll enjoy this too. So, never mind all this nonsense. Maybe we reveal some secret identities. Who knows? You're just going to have to listen to this bit and find out, aren't they?
Yeah. Tonight on the Awesome Comics Podcast, we're talking to CoCo comic creators Tom Philipson and James Patricks about secret identities in superhero comics and how it ties into their book, The Stranger.
Welcome, gentlemen, to the show.
Yeah.
Cheers.
The Stranger, to some of our long-time listeners, may be like, why do you know that? Because Dan's been espousing the wonders of this book.
Yes.
For quite some time, with all the other issues. And the rest of us troglodytes on this show got caught up on it.
I read it today.
It is legitimately, absolutely banging. And we know there's a fourth issue, which already congratulations, because in independent and small press comics, to get into 4 issues is pretty amazing itself.
Massive achievement.
So we're going to get stuck into that pretty soon. But we wanted to, with the Stranger and the mystery around it, it's a lot about secret identities, which got a lot of us sort of thinking about that. So we're going to talk about... Have we had a secret identity discussion on this show before, chaps?
Not specifically.
Specifically. We've talked about so many parts of comics. Feels like we've covered everything, but now we've discovered something else that we haven't covered.
No, yeah,
that's why it's secret, I suppose.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, but secret identity. We got a little quiz to start off to begin with. Tony's immediately going to test us all before we get stuck into the minutiae of because secret identities and their meaning ties into quite a lot of the book, The Stranger, anyway, doesn't it? And the way the twist you've put on it. So we're looking forward to getting into that. And I don't think, Tony, have you ever done anything with secret identities in comics? in comics.
Just occasionally when I play the sexy cat burglar at home for a bit.
Oh
of
yeah,
roleplay.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that's the only
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
inspired the comic. Was we talked about that. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe that would be fun.
There's
you
Tom
know?
outside the window again. Here he
Yeah.
is.
With a lot of reference photos, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Dan, you have because like superhero stuff is in your DNA, isn't it?
We'll get into it a bit later, but I feel like kind of the loss or lack of secret identities in comics is a real shame, because that whole thing of, oh, I fucking hate Spider-Man, and it's like, oh, actually, I'm your boyfriend, Peter Parker. It's kind of real kind of. I love that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
And giving it in the
lot
extra
of drama.
twist is what the Stranger does. Yeah, definitely.
yes.
Yeah. Should
Yeah.
we throw into the quiz first?
Yeah, let's
Let's do
test
the
the
quiz.
guests immediately.
I'm testing you two as well. Just so
Oh,
you know.
fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. Okay. So what I've done is I've got a list of names, and I'd like you to tell me who they really are what their superhero name is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the guests, and we're going to take it in turns and see how we do. It's going to go from easy to difficult.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay.
Okay. So who's first? So Stranger Team, Wallace Rudolph West.
And, well, I know. But
Near is it?
do we do it together?
Just either of you is fine.
Okay.
So
I do believe that is formerly Kid Flash, currently the Flash.
very
Flash,
good
yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Point to the strangers. ACP.
No pressure,
But-
Vince.
Yeah, Bernard Buddy Baker.
I hope you know that.
Immediately.
Baker.
Come on, Dan, you got
Buddy Baker.
I'm blanking.
This
Yeah.
is the DC round, I should have said, by the way.
Okay.
Just so we know.
DC Bunny Baker. The thing is,
No,
the strangest
no,
guys immediately
so
sort of like they lit up like, yeah,
DC Comics.
They're fucking
We're not
DC
offering to
boys,
the
aren't
other
they?
side,
Right,
so it's
okay,
confused
okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing hints? Is there hints, or is it?
You can do a hint.
Just looking at one of Buddy Baker's comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Vertigo character, but that's not where he was created. He-
Sandman?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Animal
Vince.
Man.
Oh,
Buddy.
do you know what? That was. I thought. No. It's,
I was gonna say he can see you. That's like the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next one, back to strangers. Princess Coriander.
That's Starfire.
Very
Starfire,
good.
classic. That's
2
a
points.
iconic one. Yeah.
That's my weakness, man.
That's from a
I'm
comic,
no good
actually.
at
That's for a
this.
comic. That's for a comic.
yeah.
Back to the ACP. Slade Joseph Wilson.
Oh well, that's
And
Go on, Dan.
Deathstroke the Terminator.
Yeah.
Very good. On to the ACP, finally. Back to these are two slightly more difficult ones, DC ones.
Oh,
Back to strangers. Jason Woodrue.
That's Jason Rudu is the Floronic Man.
Very good.
Fucking hell. You
Fucking
guys
hell!
are
If
shit.
that's one of them, Dan,
Oh, boy.
we are screwed.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm a massive Swamp Thing fan. Like Swamp Thing is
Me
like
too,
my
man.
favorite character of all time.
yeah.
So like that's
Absolutely.
immediately.
And also, I've got a friend called Jason Wood, so that's kind of where it works. But EOC host. Next, back to the ACP. George Digger Harkness.
Dan, I can see you thinking, Dan.
There might be a clue on this if you want to go clue.
Right. I've got to fill the dead air in some way because I've got fucking nothing.
You got to talk.
Do you want a clue? This one may come
yeah.
back to you.
I've got an idea. Have a clue.
This one may come back to you. Is the clue?
Oh, fuck. Not.
Okay. I was
Is it
thinking, I was
Captain Boomerang?
It is Captain Boomerang. Very good.
I'll take a half point for that.
No, take a point back.
Okay,
So,
okay.
would you two guys?
It's
have
only
got that?
fun. It's only fun.
Strangers,
Yeah.
would you have got that one?
I
Now we're
recognize-
losing. It's only for fun.
I recognize the name, but I was like, oh, I've heard it. I've heard it in something, but I couldn't remember. But I saw James immediately recognized it, so I don't have to say anything. Just like act nonchalant, like you
I
do.
could see
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
you two give it up too easy. I can see it in your eyes when you answer. Yeah.
I need sunglasses.
Okay, back to the strangers. Emil Blonsky.
Oh,
That's the Abomination.
Abomination.
Abomination,
I know
very
that
good.
one.
Yeah.
ACP. Kyle Richmond.
Kyle Richmond.
Fuck. Is it? We're in Marvel territory now,
We're in
right?
Marvel
Yeah,
now,
this is
aren't
just
we?
the Marvel. This is the Marvel section. Kyle Richmond.
Kyle. Oh God, the only car I know right now is the Green Lantern one that I'm thinking of.
That's Kyle Rayner.
That's Kyle Rayner, yeah. And now I can't get it out of my head. Kyle Richmond.
Clue is that I talked about him a few weeks ago when we talked about B-list characters.
Should I just shoot in the dark?
Go.
Is it Nova?
No, Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. Fuck.
I wouldn't know that.
B-list. Do you think he's B-list?
I'm not a big Nighthawk guy.
Defenders. In the Defenders.
Do you think he's B-list?
We had his own title. We had a 4-issue mini. So he has
no
had his own title.
hate on him. He's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Back to strangers. Anthony, aka Tony Masters.
Oh, I know him. It's a Taskmaster.
It is.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, good boys.
Fucking hell,
Yeah.
this is
Nice.
Because he's a master at everything, right? Like that's like why
Exactly.
he's called that. Very inspired.
Back to ACP. Dwayne Taylor.
I think that this might be. Oh God, what's that guy on the yellow and red skateboard?
What?
Is that him? Oh God,
Do you know this one, James?
No, I don't know this one.
what's the name again? T?
Dwayne Taylor.
Is that fucking Night Thrasher?
It is Night Thrasher. Very good.
Oh,
That's crazy.
that's a. Did he have a skateboard?
Yeah.
He does have
yeah.
skateboard.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, I just
Who was
remember
the one in Spider-Man when it was like a guy and he had a yellow and red
Rocket
costume?
Racer, is it? Rocket Racer. Yeah.
Rocket Racer.
He was a sort of disco guy, wasn't he? The next up, strangers, Vance Astrovic.
Ooh. Is that the Crimson Dynamo? Or is
No,
that...
sadly. No, that is Justice from New Warriors
Oh.
and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, New Warriors classic. How can I... That was my second
Did he
guess.
start out as Marvel Boy or something?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that his
because
first-
that's right.
he's one of the he's the more generic looking of the New Warriors, isn't he? Is he the
But
one that's got
originally,
like a...
he was in the Guardians, wasn't he? Because he couldn't come out of that suit and all this sort of
Yes.
thing. Yeah. In the original Guardians. So the ones that Stallone plays in the movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, next one. Who we have to now? ACP. Bill Foster. Hey, look at the boys here. Look, they know.
God, I know that name.
I know that. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kick myself when I find this one. Foster.
You got an idea, V?
It's there in the fog. I can't. I'm not gonna waste precious
I go for it.
listener time.
I got nothing. You go for it.
I know I've
Black
got it.
Black Goliath.
Oh.
I was never getting that.
Yeah, you got that,
Lawrence
boys.
Fishburne in Ant-Man too. Yeah.
Of course.
Iconic
Forgot he
role.
was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did
I was-
as well.
I was going to try and confuse you with a bit of Yellow Jacket talk because it's obviously fucked up by the movies, isn't it? They confuse it all. Okay, for strangers, Robert Baldwin.
Oh no. Is it another New Warrior? Is it Speedball?
We still Marvel.
It is. Nice work.
Oh, you got that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All penance. All penance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Penance.
Yeah.
Penance.
We love
Dear God.
Penance.
Yeah. He should have appeared in the 90s, Penance.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
incredible. Just so funny. The funniest thing they've ever done. Like,
Yeah.
It's sad what happened to it.
sorry, it's sad. It's sad. But,
Yeah.
Beautiful comic.
Yeah.
Deco. Yeah. Okay, back to the ACP. This is now we are in the difficult section. The ACP are rolling their eyes. Fucking hell, you're letting me down, boys. Come on.
Yeah.
You're stitching us up. Oh, God.
I'm not stitching you up. Mickey Moran. This is in the non-Marvel and DC. So this is just out there in the indie. Can be British comics, can be American comics, can be Canadian comics. There's no manga involved, but
Mickey Moran.
Who's what? Is this us?
ACP, ACP, yeah.
Fuck. Oh. No.
Flaming Carrot.
No.
Oh, that's a good shot. In the
Marvel
dark.
Man, aka Miracle Man.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck
knew that. Okay, back to strangers. Richard Dickey Dauntless.
boy.
Is it? Ooh, okay. It's either Kid Miracle Man or Young Miracle Man. I can't remember.
You have to choose. You have to choose.
Is it Kid?
No, it's Young.
Oh,
Fucking excellently done. Very good.
Oh,
That was nearly
Yeah.
like
that's right. Because the
flawless
other guy,
run.
He's Bates, isn't he? That's right. Yeah, yeah.
You get a no prize for that one.
Thank you.
Back to ACP. Lance J. Steinberg. Dan, you know this one. Don't fucking let me down. You know it.
Lance. Look at that. I'm not gonna disrupt Dan because he's
No, just fuck it.
Oh,
Lifeline.
Dan.
Lifeline.
No. Clutch.
No.
G.I. Joe.
Clutch. Fuck.
Had to put a Joe in for you.
Oh God.
You let me down. Back to strangers. Marlon Shakespeare.
Oh. Neither of those words I've ever seen next to each other, I don't think. 'Cause all I'm seeing in my head is a clownfish with like a Shakespeare wig on. Like, they got like
Or Brando.
or Marlon, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a hint for this one, or is this
Rebellion Universe.
Oh.
Right in my blind spot here. No,
I'm gonna. I mean, can I just throw a name out? Should we?
Yeah,
just
of course.
try? Is this the Rogue Trooper? Is this?
No,
is this...
Chopper.
It's Chopper. It is Chopper.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Got that.
Yeah, is he the guy with the chopping
With the chopper? Yeah.
No, he's the guy with the surfboard. Chopper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know 2008, it's just one of those
I don't
things.
think I've met him.
Yeah. Back to ACP. John Gaunt. John Gaunt.
We're still in the non-Marvel
Indie.
Yeah.
Indie. Yeah.
John Gaunt. Strikes me as a kind of like.
I'll give you a clue.
Go on.
First comics.
Oh fuck. It's not. Is it Warlord?
No.
No. Fuck.
Grimjack.
Grimjack.
Oh,
Okay. Did you guys know that, strangers?
No.
Okay.
No idea. We said John Gaunt, and I was like, I really hope this is Horned, because he's John Gaunt Horned. I was really hoping that would be the case, but oh well.
Last one before we do 4, which we offer to each other teams. This back to strangers. Norbert Sykes.
I'm so bad. No, I'm lost. Have you got anything, James?
I feel bad. Like again, like my indie comics cred is really like coming apart.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the first.
Don't worry
comics,
about that. We don't know it.
First comics and Image Comics at some point.
I genuinely have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Have a guess.
I was just gonna throw anything out. I was gonna say
Go on.
Nancy probably went by that at one point. I would assume a secret identity.
Norbert Sykes, okay.
Yeah,
no, it's Badger.
Well,
Bad.
There we go.
Humble
One of the
Badger.
greatest comic characters ever.
Humble Badger.
Okay, so we're going to now do. If you can't get it, it gets offered to the other team for a point. We've got 4 questions.
Right,
Okay.
go.
So back to the ACP. Horatio Hellpop. You guys have got your fucking brains closed down because I know you know this one.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't. I don't know
You do.
this one. Do I?
You do? Yeah.
I bloody well don't. I clearly
That's
don't because I haven't said the answer.
Striking out big time tonight.
Yeah.
Ratio Hell Pop.
Can I offer? Do you know it, or should I offer it?
No.
Go
No,
for it.
Offer it to strangers.
Boy, I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Hellfire. That's a great name.
It's a really good name.
I'll have to meet this guy. I'll just shake his hand.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not familiar with First Comics. Like, what else have they published?
This is first. It's also Dark
You say it?
Horse. Let's offer it up to both of you. The clue is Space Executioner.
Rom?
Oh, Nexus.
Nexus. Phew.
Nexus.
You finally, the ACP finally got a point. All right. Okay. It's 4-6 at the moment. Next one. This is who's it? Strangers now. Jericho Drum.
Oh, that's Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo. Nice work. Yeah. Good.
Nice.
Next one. Todd Rice.
Odd Rise.
recently made a comeback DC Comics character, was the central story in a recent run. Kind of goody-viddy, baddie kind of.
Tom Rice. Todd Rice.
Yeah.
Was it Tom or was it Todd?
Todd Rice.
Todd Rice.
Oh, fuck.
I got nothing.
No, I would have said
flaming
it.
out.
It's not a Spectre, is it? So.
No, it's not far off. That's a good shout. It's a JSA generally.
Oh,
or new JSA, Infinity Inc.
Oh, shit.
No, Obsidian. It's Obsidian.
Okay, yeah.
And last one, who's this one for now? Is it
Spectre?
The the Spectres.
Strangers. So
Strangers.
Kent Nelson.
Oh god, it is a JSA guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? It's Dr. Fate.
It is Dr. Fate.
Hey.
Fucking hell, storming it 8-4. Well done, guys.
I think James saved me a lot there. So thank you, James.
Big to go hang our heads in shame here. That was terrible.
I mean, it says a lot. I think that like how much like certain secret identities are like iconic and stick with you, and like Horatio Hellpop, which amazing name. But
yeah, it's just
not there. Like there's so many people like from a Justice League or like all of these other ones. I know their hero names, but unless you read like for me, unless I'm reading the actual title, I'm not au fait with their life.
I chose Horatio Hellpop because it's such a distinctive and fucking nutty name.
Yeah,
it's so Mike Barron.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I think it says like with secret identities, if a character has its own title. Then that's when the secret identity can sort of come to the fore in a lot of ways, because
it's a breathing room.
It's the power of it, isn't it? Because if you're just a superhero and your secret identity is that name, if we don't see the example of that name, then what's the point of having the secret identity? Do you know what I mean? You need to see a Clark Kent live his life so you can see the Superman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so many characters just spend their whole time, especially for team books, just in costume, don't they?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. And these days, because of like whether it be social media or everything else, like a lot of modern comics, they muddy the waters so much, don't they? Like you say, Tony, I think like they're always in costume. So why are they being called Hellgirl or something like that when are they just ignoring their real name? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of like, so the power of a secret identity been lost in modern comics?
Well, go on, we'll leave it. We're talking too much.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I was just listening.
I mean, what do you guys think? Because obviously it's quite a big point.
It's a basic for you. Almost, I'm guessing that was the jumping off point for you guys, was it?
Yeah. I mean, like, I think the way we started it is like, like we really love like whodunits and stuff like that, and like if you strip everything of the Stranger away and you just look at the core elements of the story, it's a whodunit, like locked room mystery. It's obviously not a locked room, it's not all this stuff, but like if you strip it down to that, that's the basis of it. And like when you have like a cast this large, and we always knew it was only going to be like 7 issues, it was going to be quite a short series, you need to create a shorthand for what each character is. And if you've read comics, you understand what the billionaire like CEO is, you understand what the reporter is, you know who these characters are based on like a very brief description. But also like I think it also came a lot from we read a lot of like small press comics. I think me and James, we go to a lot of like really local stuff, and a lot of the like really local superhero stuff, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are like really bothered about secret identities too much, or like what they do outside of costume. And it bleeds like over to the big two, as well, where you're like, like when was the last time Peter was out of the costume? It must stink, like he's never out of it. So having the Stranger set up in this way where we don't know who the Stranger is and we have to sort of get to know the characters, it means that you've basically accidentally gotten involved in them as a person before you even and then when you connect it to the Stranger, it creates like a whole person, you know what I mean? So both sides of their life kind of, hopefully by the end of the series, like whoever the Stranger is, it'll be like, oh, I kind of get a really good idea of who this person is now. But yeah, it gets lost so easily, and like it's hard to prioritize, especially in such a like if you have 24 pages a month, it's really hard to like prioritize time to get out the costume and to like do this stuff. But it's how these books survive. You know, it's the reason why they're still around today, is because like the secret identities of like the big hitters are that interesting, and their supporting cast are that interesting. Like, I don't know, like yeah, I'll hand it off to James here if you have any thoughts about why you
Yeah, no,
think
I
this
mean,
is.
like, yeah, my dad was like reading comics like back in the 60s, and he says that he remembers like that, um, like he liked the sort of drama of characters like the Avengers, like he kind of liked the kind of like inter-team drama there. But he said that what was really kind of like stayed in his mind after, you know, because he stopped reading comics when he was like a teenager, and then kind of only really kind of got back interested in comics when I was kind of getting into comics when I was a kid. And he was saying that like characters like J. Jonah Jameson immediately like they'd been there the whole time, you know. And he said those are the characters that like really kind of like interested him, because it's like, the team, Ditko and Stan Lee, they made those supporting characters so interesting, you know. And I think that was something that we also wanted to explore in The Stranger, is the sort of supporting cast as well that ties to that civilian identity that makes the character interesting, you know. And we tried our best to kind of make sure that, like, it's top floor of an apartment building, but like they do, like, a lot of the characters do have their own relationships with each other as well that we learn about as the series goes on. And I think that was another, again, it was like using superheroes and murder mysteries to sort of explore the kind of smaller aspects of comics that we enjoy, again, like the secret identity or like the supporting cast. So that was something that really kind of like made the title feel less so like a kind of a gimmicky kind of like, what if superheroes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't get that gimmick at all,
What-
man.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we
think
haven't read the comic. Could you give us like the kind of the back of the DVD box like pitch to what the setup is?
I'll
Because
let
people might
Tom.
think, well, what's going on here?
Tom's
That's
the
fine.
really
Yeah.
good at this. There we go.
So we do a lot of conventions, and over the course of doing these conventions, we've gotten down to a relative science, like how to do the pitch at this point. As I'm sure you guys like understand. But so the way I describe it to people when they ask is, I ask like, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and it's like, yeah, Bruce Wayne is Batman. And part of the fun of that is that we are in on a secret that the rest of the supporting cast isn't. Jay Jonah doesn't know, Jim Gordon doesn't know these things, but it's fun because we get to know both. But what if there was a story from the perspective of the supporting cast that doesn't know the secret identity, and we are in their shoes and we're watching them try to figure out who the stranger is? So the way the series opens is our detective character, Detective Sal Denaro, tracks the stranger down to the top floor of an apartment building, and everybody on the floor is a suspect, and they're all relative pastiches of famous secret identities. So we have like a 15-year-old nerdy kid that his parents were killed in a mugging, and he lives with his grandma. And there's like, the millionaire that owns the building, and he has access to tunnels under the city, and he has like a vested interest in like, the city in general. Like his family's built the city. There's an actress who's starring in a superhero movie, and she has all these superhero costumes. There's the ex-army vet, like all these people that you've seen around in comics before, and now the detective has to figure out which of these people is the stranger.
What I like about it is, I mean, obviously that's meant to be Jack Kirby, the ex-army guy, which I really like. The other, the nerdy guy, I'm feeling a little bit of Steve Ditko about him somewhere in there. Is that you use the use these expectations and these almost tropes of these characters as cement, and then you build upon it. So we won't spoil what happens, but you twist in issue 3. There's a big twist in relation to the journalist and the actress, isn't there?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, fucking hell, aren't people weird? But it gives that little bit of extra dynamism to the investigation. What you didn't mention there as well, there's a murder.
There's a murder that kicks it off.
Yes, there's a murder. There's a murder that kicks it off. The murder of an ex-supervillain that took credit for killing the stranger back in the 50s.
I'm going to say Watchmen had to be a big inspiration.
I got the Dr. Manhattan on my wrist.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Absolutely. Me and James sort of became friends through Watchmen. Like that was sort of how we met. and how we bonded. And it's a book that is so within our DNA as creators that like any superhero thing, we have a lot of ideas for superhero comics. And I don't know if you know that there's like scientific theory that like if anything that evolves will eventually evolve into a crab. I don't know if you've seen this. Like any comic that we write will eventually just become Watchmen, essentially. Like
right.
if we just keep
it's like every argument will become someone accusing the other one of being a Nazi.
Exactly.
It's that sort of kind of theory, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But it's really baked in our DNA. It's specifically with The Stranger. It's like a lot of the superheroes are illegal stuff. Even the coloring and art style is very Watchmen. It's all very, and it's set in the 70s. I know Watchmen's in the 80s, but it owes a lot to like the 60s and 70s. And
well, I kind of think you have to put it as a retro thing, because we were having a conversation before you came online. It's too easily sold if it's the modern day. So there's a moment where someone finds the costume which has been partially burnt. Of course, if it was now, they just get a load of DNA off it and they'd solve whoever it was straight away, you know, or they track a phone tower as to who was on the phone or something like that. But because it's set in that, it also gives it that 70s detective Columbo, James Garner, Rock
do you know what I mean?
shit in there as well,
the trench coat, I got Columbo vibes from the main.
Yeah, you got the Nighthawks kind of vibe of the art,
because it feels like a procedural as well. That's the thing, is it like that's one of the things I like about it. It's an investigation that we feel we're in on, because you muddy the waters so much. It's a classic whodunit. You know, I love the idea of a whodunit based around a superhero secret identity. It just feels like that's, you know,
very fresh.
I know we've got the murder part of it, but the murder is almost that's just the catalyst for the you know. And I think reading it, you immediately think, oh, is it that person? Is it that person? You know,
I became slightly obsessed with looking at the costume, because you walk a line with the art of not knowing if it's male or female as well. Yeah, which you really have to do. Yeah.
We really talked about that a lot. Like before pen even touched paper, like for Devlin Baker, our artist. Big up Devlin Baker.
Lovely art, man. Really, what a great find he was. So good.
He's incredible. We found. I'll speak about Devlin really briefly here. That Devlin is not on the call right now. Obviously, it's me and James, the two writers, because we just love talking so much. You know, that's why we write and we're not drawing it. But yeah, we found Devlin on Twitter because he drew this incredible Hulk fan art. He just was amazing. It was like 70s Hulk, kind of the nice. The TV show stuff. And we reached out and would you like to do this comic with us? Like, we found out he was like 19. He's not 19 anymore. But when he started, he was 19, and like he's just in like. As soon as The Stranger's done, he's like doing X-Men or something. Like, it's just, he's that good. Like, he's incredible.
I could see him on a new Vertigo book or something like that. Or on, you know, Brubaker grabbing him for the next, you know, when Sean Phillips is working away on something else. Is that sort of feel to it?
He's incredible. He's unbelievable. And he gets better every issue. Every time he sends pages over, I'm like, he's just, the faces get more natural. The poses get more like relaxed. Like, he's just amazing. So Devlin is a huge part to why the book works. And to go back to the costume, like the actual the mask and the hood and the cape and that, me and James actually designed that separate from Devlin. Like, we had the design quite pinned down quite early. We got on a call like this, and there's like an app that we use where you can draw on the same canvas at the same time. And we just like a whiteboard basically, and we just wrote like, it was like, I think it was 3 things, wasn't it, James, that we need to hit these 3 things. And it was like androgynous, noir, and I can't remember what the third one was. Threatening, like
kind of somewhat kind of something like kind of
eerie.
Imposing.
You walk in that line as well between it could be a villain's costume as well as a superhero's costume. I think it's sort of
exactly because
that's an interesting rope to walk, isn't it? Because for instance, even if people think, oh, you know, like a Batman, you know, if they make that sort of shortcut, but we've never really considered Batman to be a villain, because he's always intimidating to the villains, but whenever you see him, you think, oh, Batman's a hero. Do you know what I mean? But as soon as I think when it comes
to reframe that from the police perspective.
But also you put that sort of like that pulpy noir look to it, and masks and capes like that. I mean, it's like the classic Mask of the Phantasm. Do you know what I mean? It's that was, you know, a vigilante type thing, and it was a very different kettle of fish. You're not quite sure, are they evil? Are they good? You know, it's that kind of thing. And the Stranger, the design of that has a real neutrality. Like, it's really neutral, isn't it?
Yeah, no expression on the face or anything. Like the zero expression on the face, and like having, because it's like hard to get that balance between like looking like a superhero costume, but also like hiding a lot of the body, because obviously a lot of superhero costumes are skin tight. So like just having the arms in like black, like no shading on the arms, like it helped hide like the shape of the person in the costume a little bit.
Because they're visually very different people, aren't they? Really are. You know, not just male, female, but you've got sort of stock. The journalist is a big old lump, and he's much taller than the detective and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love George.
But
George is so
they're
much
all,
fun to write.
the suspects.
I like him in issue 3.
Varied, right?
I'll say about that scene that you're talking about in issue 3 is like, James can attest to this, that like when we were writing the script, because we wrote it in like late 2022, early 2023, like we wrote the whole thing, and it's not really changed since then, little bits, but like that scene with like I assume you guys got the joke, no spoilers for anyone who didn't, but like there's a bit with a telephone booth when he's getting changed in the telephone booth, and like I was like
trying to pull his trousers up.
Like that visual of him getting changed in the booth, like it just was like, come on, we have to do that.
Is that crazy or mad? I can't remember where the person is crammed into the phone booth, isn't it?
Maybe it was just the visual of Christopher Reeves in the that, and the female character like having a sort of basically, like if you know Wonder Woman, you know why we did that. Essentially, like I don't want to say too much, but like, like you said earlier about, sorry, jumping back a little bit.
That's right.
Each of the suspects having like a little bit more, because they're based on superhero secret identities, but they're also based on superhero creators, and it's because a lot of the creators are the secret identities. You know, like
interesting. Okay.
Like, you know, Ben Grimm and Jack Kirby, or like Steve Ditko and Peter Parker. You know, there's a lot of the creators baked into those characters. So whenever we could, we're not. I wouldn't say we're paying tribute in the sense that we're just acknowledging that there are real people behind these characters and trying to like pay respect.
That introduces an interesting theory that you two are the character in this comic.
Who knows? I don't know. Like maybe
it's gonna be like a third act introduction of you two, and we'll know who it is.
It's like
a shit episode of Murder She Wrote or something.
Paul the guy walks in, hey everyone, like I was at the bar as well. You didn't see me. No, we were very careful about that sort of thing. I will say now, like I hope again, no spoilers, but there is no fucking like they don't take the mask off and it's like a robot or something. It's not like
ending.
that. No, they really are in the comic already, and it really is one of them. I'm not like we don't have to, look, I don't mean to be mean to people, like, because like, but like when we get a lot of comments on Instagram and it's always like it's all of them, and I just
it's the female police officer. We know it is.
It's the police officer.
The Orient is it the Orient Express where they all took part in like the murder, isn't it? That kind of thing.
Exactly. It's not that.
You get comments. I've had this on mine, but like people say, "Is X so and so?" And it's like, what do you want me to say?
Like,
say, you're right.
It's like,
all right, the other rest of the comic. You've got it.
But also, I think there's a certain amount of ambiguity because I don't think you see the stranger's face just before the potential murder.
Right.
You don't see the mask. So there's the mystery of like they're chasing this, but did they do it? Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of layers going on.
You two are shit at fucking poker. I've got to tell you. In the quiz, I can tell when you knew something.
Yeah,
I just spotted something. It's not a video show. We're fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I see. It's interesting. Pat Peele says like you should always name your comic after the lead character. In this, we don't know who the lead. Well, we've got the lead character with a detective, but we don't know.
Names are double meaning as well.
Yeah.
So look, they're a stranger to us,
and yet,
to read
exactly. And the book's all about them, isn't it? Really, but we don't know who that is.
It's essentially about the supporting cast, right? It's kind of a supporting cast book where they're propping up a main character who we don't know who that is yet. It kind of one feeds in together. It's kind of like a bit of a
what do you call the second series? He's got to be named after the detective, I guess, is it? Or who knows?
You know, like the thing is, like, I think that the name, I don't remember who came up with the name. I want to say James, but like,
thank you. I was actually pulling for calling it Alter Ego.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
yeah. I was thinking either the stranger or call it alter ego.
The Roy
And there
Thomas
is
thing, yeah.
the Roy. Yeah, I looked this up, and obviously there is a Roy Thomas. I mean, there's a few things called the stranger already, but I think that like I couldn't find a particular like. There's a Marvel character called the Stranger, but he's like really obscure.
We got
Like,
Strangers Publishing as well, I guess.
Yeah,
is the
that's
other
right.
thing.
Yeah.
We love Strangers.
Yeah, they put my comic out, so I love them
nice.
too. But
sick.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
I
Strangers.
snipped a panel. I think it's at issue 3 when the Peter Parker style character goes to the library, and there's a security guard reading the copy of The Stranger by Cameron.
Yeah.
And that's like about a story that a character who doesn't lie throughout.
Yeah.
And
that's weird because that's the second week that book's come up. That came up last week as well.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
right. I know. Right. Here's the thing. Like, this is obviously a murder mystery, right?
Yeah.
And I've just finished watching Widow's Bay, which I fucking loved. But it feels like it's a show.
Great.
It feels like it is a show of like if you rewatch it, hang on, I can see that, and I can see there's clues. Is this something where you've baked clues into a lot of the book so that when we get the reveal, there'll be a second read of, I can see that there. I can see that. Have you put little clues in throughout?
I love telling people this because like every now and again, like when someone's read the book and will be sort of asking me questions about it, I'll say like there are so many things that I think are screamingly obvious.
Yeah.
And once you again get to the kind of like later kind of twists of the series, you're going to be like, oh my God, that was like, again, like characters saying things that should be kind of ringing alarm bells. So I would always say like, if you've read the first 3 issues and you enjoyed them, consider going back and rereading them again.
So is this a 4-issue mini, James?
It's going to be 7 in total.
7, right? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lovely collection.
That's a long. You holding your powder for a while there, isn't it? That's the
thing.
thing.
I mean, James is better at that than me. I mean, like, we had a conversation about this a bit ago. Where, like,
I was like, oh yeah, how many people have you told who the stranger is?
Like,
it's the butler. It's the butler.
Yeah, I'm really
hold it in.
Because you said like James, your fiance doesn't know.
My fiance does not know. She asks me all the time, and I'm like, stop trying to get me on a bad
I've told
day.
every single girlfriend I've ever had. I'm just like, yeah.
Told them a different one, so you know.
Like, by the way, guys.
Yeah, like I break no contact. I'm like, by the way, the stranger is like this person.
Yeah, if you lie to them, you got to hope you break up before the final comic comes out as well, isn't it? Because they'll get angry, won't they?
Yeah. So I mean, that's the plan.
What's it like crafting a whodunit mystery though?
Over 7 issues as well.
Yeah.
You work in reverse. You
do the
work
classic,
from
Yeah, I think once we figured out the kind of the big twist of the series, that's when everything like really clicked in together. Because I think before it was just kind of like, you know, when you're working on something, you'll be sort of like talking about it back and forth and sort of like, you know, seeing what ideas stick and what ideas don't stick. You know, like we oftentimes talk about like I did like a sort of we call it like a vomit draft version of the first iteration of the story, and it was like wildly different. Like it was much more of like I was trying to pull more from like a sort of a pulpy kind of like it was kind of a pulpy mix of things. Like there was going to be like a spaceship and there was going to be like robots and stuff like that. And like I'm glad we again once we kind of figured out to focus more on the murder mystery aspect of it, that's when everything really clicked into gear. But yeah, it was definitely a case of like I think I made a suggestion about something that could like, again just kind of like throwing out an idea. And then I think, Tom, you were like, that's it. That is the thing that we need to drive towards in the series. That sort of is going to make it stand, in my opinion, once it gets revealed, it's going to stand apart from regular murder mysteries as well, which is I'm very excited about. And again, it's part of the keeping the powder dry because I think it's
do you have like a timeline drawn out between the two of you in a shared document, you know, where you think this needs to happen by issue 6, you know, this we need to establish this before this happens.
Yeah, I think it was
like
I think we had like a shared Google Doc, and we would kind of go through that like every kind of like we would sort of like do a couple of different drafts. I think like I would write the first draft, and then you went and did sort of the kind of cleanups, and then we were gonna go back and like analyze each moment, and then once we kind of worked out like beat for beat what's gonna happen in every scene, it was just a case of like figuring out the sort of thumbnailing and how it's all going to fit together. So we know again, like very much like what is happening. We have the thumbnails done for the whole series as well, which means the scripting is a bit easier to do. And then we kind of go back and forth on the scripting. So like I've scripted a couple of the issues, and then obviously Tom, you'll do kind of a second draft, like a second pass on them, and then you've Tom, you've scripted what was it? Is it 4 and
5?
You're gonna do 4 and
So
5?
yeah,
Yeah.
like 4, like because we get asked sometimes about like 2 writers. It's not a thing that happens a lot in comics, right? Like it's quite rare. But this is a difficult story. This is like there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And it helps to have like 2 people to kind of like, because there'll be things where like I'll say like, oh, like it should we need this and this, and it sounds great in my head, and then James is like, but Tom, like if we do this, then like it's good, like it just like we already said this in issue 2 or 3, it just it spoils this or that. So like having both of us together to be like, okay, what is like what has happened and like what is going to happen really helps. But yeah, like usually James for the first 3 issues did the first draft, I would do the second draft, and then like we sort of would hand it off until it sort of like we just were like, oh, it's ready. But then like issue 4 and 5, like I wrote it first, James is checking it, we sort of handed off like that. But then there's a couple issues, like issue 6 in particular is like this is so far in the future, but I'll just say like issue 6 is such a like it's a James issue, and like when you guys read it, it is like fully James's baby, like 100%. But then I do think the finale is pivotal, a lot of me. Yeah, like I think that a lot, like there's a lot of the like the finale issue, and then like specifically like the very ending, I feel very like strongly about. So like that's I think that's kind of like my focus on it. But yeah, it's been, I think like, yeah, I don't know, like
with something that's so structured. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. With something that's so structured, guys, you know, you're having to stick to the plan here, aren't you? Because you know exactly if you walk away from it, it's going to fucking fall apart, and people are going to start guessing, and it's going to look rushed, or it's going to look too slow, whatever it's going to look at. Are you like, after this, do you dream of just writing some fucked up space drug out your head fucking saga now, where you don't have to worry about that? You know.
We talk a lot about like, yeah, we have like different sort of projects we want to work on together. Like something that like we've been talking about recently is doing like a horror kind of like Evil Dead one-shot idea. Like that would be like totally different from The Stranger, where it's just much more of like a brutal kind of like comic that we talked about. Weird shit happening, set in Leeds. Was the idea.
That horrific.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad. Yeah. And then we had another idea for another superhero thing, which is kind of like the opposite of The Stranger, where like you're following, you know who the superhero is. There's no mystery, and
mind blowing. We've never seen this before,
right? Yeah.
How do we do this?
We're really flipping. But I think with that one, it was much more of allowing us to be a bit more kind of introspective in through the work, because as much as like we both, you know, love The Stranger and we love everything about it, it's not the most personal thing in the world.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, where the mystery is who it is, and you're having to have run and juggle such a big cast. You really don't drill down into anyone apart from the main detective in this, and he's got to be a cipher for questions in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I think the characters all do get fully fleshed out, but like again, like kind of going back to the
not a character study, as it were. You know, you're not getting deep into the psyche of something, I suppose.
Well, I think again by the end, I think again it's one of those things where you get to the end of it, and then you can go back, and then it kind of becomes a character study once you reread it.
Right.
Which I found with a lot of like Agatha Christie, for example. Like if anyone's ever read The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, that book is like it plays with the sort of murder mystery genre in a really interesting way, and once you reread it, it's like, oh my god, this is a really interesting character study, but you can't know that until the end.
I suppose essentially you are playing with character and motivation, aren't you? Is the main aspects of who and why and what they are leading to the result. No, it's interesting. There's certainly a psychological profiling thing going on there, isn't there, with each of them, which you have to apply yourself to quite strictly.
I think that like because a lot of the characters, like I think what makes it tough for Sal, for the detective, is they all could have potentially become the Stranger, or but they all have like a drive for justice in one way or another, or they have like a motivation for it, whether it's like for fun, like thrill seeking, or they like genuinely just feel like they're the only one that can do it. They all have like a drive, and I think like we get into each character's sort of like what makes them tick and why they feel this way, and why they feel a way about like the world they live in. You know what I mean? Why they feel like it paints a picture.
This is such where you walk in a tight. I can really sense you guys are walking a tightrope here.
It's tough
because you don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
Because I was about to ask you who's your favorite character, and I thought I better not ask you that.
No,
because I think there's an element of giving away.
I can give you top 3 if you want.
My favorite. I'll give you my favorite. My favorite is the Jack Kirby with the dead wife. That dude, I love him. Yeah,
he's fun. Yeah. Jack Harvey is that guy. If you like him, then you'll really like issue 4.
Yeah, I was wondering when he's going to get more of a spotlight because I can see you working through them as you would in a murder mystery. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hope that with each issue from issue 3 onwards, you can kind of start ticking off like, okay, well, it's probably not them, or it might be them. But yeah, Jack's awesome. Jack's so much fun to write, like because he's got conflict in him. Like he wants to fight, like with the detective, and that's really fun. He's not just sitting there and taking it. He is asking. He is being difficult, and that is fun when he has baggage. Clearly, like something happened, and we don't know what it is yet. But I think when you guys find out what it is and like his whole side of the stranger world, I think you guys will like it.
I like the detective as well. In a lot of books like this, there would be so much. I mean, he is a well-rounded out character. He's a perfect, like Tony says, cipher for questions. But I really like him. Do you know what I mean? I'm with him. But in other books like this, there'd be so much of a focus on him and how his home life is a mess, and like he's drinking, and we're spending more time with him that we're not really focusing on the mystery. Whereas there's the perfect balance of like I kind of get the gist. I kind of know who he is. And we're with him, aren't we? We're sort of in the comic alongside, thinking, who is this person? Who's that person?
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah. Is there an epilogue where he bangs it out with the female police officer? Because I'm hoping.
I think we sort of like this is not canon. It's not canon unless it's in the book, right? Like, but I think there's some history there between.
There seems to be. I thought there might be.
They definitely have. I don't know. Who knows? But I think they're comfortable with each other in a way that like only few people are.
No, I sense that. I definitely sense that. Yeah.
Rosie's great as well. Every character you bring up, I'm like, oh yeah, they're cool. Like I like them as well. Yeah, I think Sal gets. We learn by the end of the series, he is like, because like you said, we have a kind of idea of like he lives at home like alone and shit. Like he's waking up late and having nightmares and stuff. Like he's clearly like a rough guy. But I think by the end of the series, like. He becomes a very like I feel for him in a twisted way, but by the end, like he has a lot of stuff that's going on in his head that like obviously I can't say too much, but like
he's like a Jim Gordon that's just finding out about Batman and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like that.
Batman
like,
year one.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, very year one. I mean, like the whole you bring up Batman, like of course we have like Batman is a huge influence on it, obviously, but you've said it before, James, that like. It's really great. It's so cool that the first issue of Batman is essentially the Stranger.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like a conversation between Bruce Wayne, normal man Bruce Wayne, and Jim Gordon as Jim tells him about a thing that Batman did. And then at the end of the issue, it's revealed, like, by the way, Bruce Wayne was Batman the whole time. And like that's like the first issue of Batman. And it's awesome. Like if you're reading that first, like the first time in the 30s, you're like it's great.
They're setting up so much that continues for the rest of a century almost.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a huge influence on it. Yeah. Watchmen, Batman, a lot of like the Brubaker stuff. But like I think it's hard to talk about the characters when we're only halfway through the series.
Okay, I don't want to plug too many questions into you, man. I'm sensing.
I just like the thing I'll say about them is like I think that character is like it's tough to get into a book like this because obviously like it's very plot driven. But it's kind of my main focus of the book is to like make sure the characters are as entertaining and as charming and as like there's a lot going on under the surface, even if we don't necessarily get to see it with everyone. But they all have secrets, they all have complications, and like I'm really excited for people to see more of the cast that we've not been able to explore yet. I
also like that the twists aren't like brutal shocks, the cheap go-to pops that like some comics do. Like by the end of it, we've had the murder at the beginning, but with some other comics, you get by the end of issue 1 and one of the suspects is dead. Do you know what I mean? By the first issue. Do you know what I mean?
That's too much of a trope these days. Too much.
We don't get into that. Like I think a big thing for me, and I think for you as well, James, was like we don't want to take like cheap shots that kind of punish you for paying attention. We want to reward you for paying attention to the book. And that means that like when we pitch you the book, we are telling you this is true. Everything else you have to figure out once you read the book. You know,
Yeah.
again, he's not like dream walking and being the stranger in his sleep or whatever. It's like
it's really good to hear you kind of like reassuring to hear you kind of like there's a steady hand on the tiller.
We really try. I mean, we're gonna do a video soon where we rank fan theories that we've gotten. We've left out some of the better ones because they're a little too
close to the
but,
okay.
People are really smart sometimes though, like comic tropes. No, comic tropes. Sorry. It was
Comics Explained.
Comics Explained. Yeah, Comics Explained did a video covering the first 2 issues, and like a lot of the comments were like, "Yeah, it's all of them," or "It's like this or that," and it's like, okay. But then like every now and then in the comments, someone just fucking nails it, like just like really nails it, and I'm like, what? Like, how did you get that?
We've become so canny to it now, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We're so used to it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like
someone will get it.
Like when they pay attention, when people really pay attention and understand the plot, like it's really rewarding to feel like me and James would be sending these comments back to each other, just being like, oh my god, look, like he picked up on that. Like that's so cool that like somebody did actually spend the time to read it. But
don't show your fiance what's happening.
James. But also it showcases something that so many comics would kill for, and that is audience investment. Do you know what I mean? As soon as people start theorizing about it, you've got them. Do you know what I mean?
It's when they don't care. That's the problem.
Apathy is a killer, man.
I'm going to say we should pause and stop the discussion around it because I think it's making me
just in case we accidentally find out something because I'm enjoying it too much. But like
what I did want to ask you about, Tom, is Tom's been on before, and James, welcome. But we had you on before, Tom, for Organize the Comics. Is it CoCo Comics event? Is that Lancaster? I'm right in saying,
yeah. It was a Comic Con we did in Lancaster, CoCo Comic Con, because that's how we didn't meet through the convention, but we met through CoCo Comics, basically.
Right.
Because me and James met at university in 2019,
2018/2019.
Yeah. But I don't. I feel like you were there before me, so you might as well tell that sort of story, James, if you'd like, of CoCo and that.
CoCo, yeah. I mean, it was an idea that, like, that kind of like creeping feeling when you're at uni and you're thinking, oh my god, the real world is about to hit me in the face. And we had a comic society that we were running, and we would sort of publish these little anthologies through it, and it was just like a way of just kind of like, we were studying comics on this comics course, and it was a way of just kind of like getting to sort of share our love of comics that didn't sort of feel like work for the course really. And we were like, oh, we could maybe see about like setting up our own kind of comics company. And our university had this thing called Launchpad where you could like pitch a business to an investor. And then not investor, but you get a grant to kind of run for, the first couple of years, basically. And so we got a small grant kind of during COVID, actually, is when we were sort of pitching it through Zoom. So we ran this kind of like comic company for a good like 3 or 4 years, and we did do quite a few anthologies, but we kind of more pivoted into doing some conventions for a while, because I think it was like 2022 we didn't get into Thought Bubble or Lakes Comic Con, which at the time were our 2 ones that we would always go to, that we kind of relied on to kind of start making a bit of a headway into the UK kind of comic scene. And so, and then it was Matt Simmons, another friend of the show, I believe, who suggested we run the first event upstairs in the pizza restaurant that he used to work at.
Of course, I forgot now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It was surprisingly, again, it was like
Falpy came up, didn't he? Adam Falp was up at it, I think.
Yeah. No, we've had some like great names at the event. Like I think we ran it for like 3 years, and we've taken a bit of a break just because like it's so much work to organize. Like, and we'd really like to bring it back at some point, but I think it's just finding like the right venue and the right kind of time. But that's something that we've been sort of kind of doing for a few years now.
I used to enjoy going to Lancaster. John Freeman used to run an event up in the library in Lancaster every year. I think about sort of 2009, something like that onwards. So I'll definitely come up to it again, guys. Please do. That'd be awesome. I was trying to come up with Falpy because me and him obviously make comics together, but I couldn't get there in the end. It sounded great.
Oh, thank you.
It's fun. I mean, I really like organizing it. Well, I mean, I tolerate organizing it so that I can hang out with my friends, but like it's more so like I enjoy making that space. Like I think that like it's really rewarding when like I think it was the second year we did it when like I was you on the day you're stressed out, you want to make sure everyone's having a good time, and I like left really briefly just to go and get like a water, and I just stood outside, and I could just hear the event happening, and I wasn't in the room, and it was just going, and I didn't have to worry. Like it was just sort of like people knew what they were doing, people were comfortable, everyone was having a good time, and that was really rewarding. I really, really loved that feeling in comics. Like I think that like the community in comics is inherently supportive. Like I think of every like kind of artsy scene I've been in, comics is like always really like people want you to be making comics, and people are excited to share them. And like regardless of, I think I can speak for both of us here, James, that regardless of what we do next or where we go, like this community, like the British comics community is like the basis of everything we do. Like we would not be doing any of this if not for the support we've gotten from like everyone around the UK and beyond. So yeah, I love the community building. I'd love to return to it someday. I think maybe when the Strangers wrapped up, we do Stranger Con or whatever.
Stranger Con would be great.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the first cosplay, man. It's gonna happen, I think.
Yeah. We have some cool fans, so who knows? Like one day,
let's set up that room from issue 3. Let's set it up as possible.
Secret Lair. Yeah.
Oh god.
That was another thing I was proud of. The Mask in the Fam. I thought that was such a funny name.
Yeah. So, what? Just before we say goodbye to you guys, I'm interested in this course. What I've obviously heard of other ones, but this course, is it still running or?
Yeah, so I actually teach on this course now.
Oh wow,
so
okay.
I'm the guy who still hangs around campus, like, oh, today, guys, like, yeah, no, I think it was like, I mean, I kind of got the job through CoCo as well, because it's like I kind of went away after university, kind of set up my own comic company, obviously with my collaborators, and I think they kind of like, the my former lecturers sort of saw that I had a bit of a knack for kind of, communicating and kind of actually making something kind of come to fruition. So yeah, no, I've been teaching for 4 years now on this course.
Awesome.
What's the form of the course? Is it a master's or is it
it's a BA, so it's an undergraduate, and we also have a master's as well. So it's a you could do it for 4 years, or you could do it for 3 years. I did the full course of it, and Tom, you did half a year.
Yeah. I did like half a year in 2020, so during COVID, and that was when we were doing CoCo and that, and I was like, you know what, like if everyone that's graduating is asking me to do this, I feel like maybe I should focus on this rather than the course, basically. But the funny thing is that like I'm actually starting uni again in like September for comics and concept art at Leeds Arts Uni. So like just for the resources and everything at Leeds Arts Uni it's so great. And they said I could just jump straight onto second year, so continuing what I did do at Teesside. But I think what's funny about that is that like James applied to be a guest lecturer at Leeds Arts Uni while I'd be studying there. So he would be giving me a lecture while I'm like taking notes. Like, yeah, which like I'm sure that would have went down really well. James. I'm a good listener. I could.
I would just be like, everyone listen. Tom, just you sit in the corner. Don't look.
Just go on like crayons.
Just like laughing. Like,
I'd bring you an apple. It'd be wonderful. Like, hey, teach. But yeah, no, like
James, could I ask you a favor? Could you send us the link to your course? Would you mind?
Yeah, of course.
Send it to an email.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating because like we're getting into this sort of educating about comics. Obviously, last week's episode was all about teaching comics and stuff, and I think that's, as speaking from my own experience, like I mean, I lived in the middle of bloody nowhere, but I would have just given everything. I would have sold my soul to the devil, so instead of doing the course that I did, to do a comics course. Do you know what I mean? Because I was the kid that when I went to the careers advisor at secondary school, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to draw comics. And they look at you like you just said, I want to land on the moon. Do you know what I mean? And they like, well, you could do an art and design course. Really? Could I? Do you know what I mean? Is there nothing else I can do? So hearing that like the medium and like educate, there's actually sort of courses of worth out there is fantastic.
I mean, like I said, everything we're doing now is because of we met at Teesside Uni on the course. You know, like we wouldn't be doing any of this. So like, hopefully, I mean, she wasn't on the comics course, but she went to Teesside. Zoe Thorogood was at the same uni as us. So like, you know, like comics in Middlesbrough, like, you know,
yeah,
like
you got Brian Talbot's not far away, is he?
Yeah. It happens, and I think the thing you said there of like, like career advisors or whatever, like not knowing what to do with that information is, I think the way I try and think about it, and the way I try and describe it to people is like, if other people are doing it, like, you can do it. It's not going to be easy, but like it can happen, and you just have to be smart about it and accept, like, you'll have to obviously, like, you'll have to let other things go so you can focus on it. But that's with every career. But it can happen, and like, if you, as long as you like love doing it, like you'll be okay. And if you try it and you don't like it, that's not a problem either. You know, like, at least you tried. I don't know. But yeah, no, we love comics. We love UK comics. We love everything.
And how many, James, on the course, how many people, how many students exclusively read manga?
Oh, good question. I'm gonna say maybe. Oof. You know what? I think ask me that question. If you asked me that question like 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said like maybe 60% of them exclusively read manga. But now it's like most of them read obscure webcomics that I've never heard of that aren't even on Webtoon. Like they're always like the kind of like the what young people are reading right now is so sporadic. Like, it's not like any kind of specific kind of cluster of anything in particular, which makes it difficult for my job, because I can't be like, okay, so think about Watchmen, for example. They would look at me like, what's that? Like, I have no idea, you know. And I have to be like, okay, well, what do you read? And then I look at this comic that they read.
Get the fuck out!
Like...
You just said it.
It's pretty cool in that social media post that's going around about webcomics at the moment.
About making no money out of it. Yeah,
and it's like, you don't make fuck all. It's pretty much been the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing I kind of have to say to the sort of students, like, do you guys know what the actual industry is like? Like, a lot of them will sort of like, some of the tasks will be like, all right, look at the career of a comic creator and sort of think how you can map on your own career towards that. And a lot of them have this kind of idea of like going out of university and just going straight into getting a publishing gig. And I'm like, I have to be like, again, if you're unbelievably talented, maybe. Unlucky, exactly. That's the big thing of it, really, But it's also, again, it's a people business. You got to know people. You got to sort of be turning up to these things in order to kind of get those opportunities, because they are so fleeting. So yeah, no, I try to make my my lectures a bit of a reality check, but unfortunately, that's not the most fun for 18, 19-year-olds to hear.
They just won't listen, will they?
Yeah.
So, some of them really get it. Some of them really, really get it. But there's other ones that don't get it. And I mean, that's the case with any kind of teaching, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And have any of them read The Stranger?
You better be showing
Stranger
that.
to the Stranger.
I talk about The Stranger, not like quite a lot.
Term 2, The Stranger.
Stranger, yeah. Open your Stranger copies.
The page 3.
The page 3. Yeah, the issue 3, that important scene, the one marvelous scene of The Stranger.
Yeah.
But
Excuse me, sir. How long have you been a pervert for?
This is a lifelong dedication, like education. I'm getting good at it now.
I mean, the series is amazing, guys, and like we highly recommend that all of our listeners just jump on now to catch up, because I know you're going to be crowdfunding issue 4 soon.
In the new year, you reckon? Is it about?
Yeah.
You say?
Well, we're going to be crowdfunding quite soon, launching the Kickstarter, and then the actual issue will be finished probably sometime in the early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
we've got the cover up on our Instagram.
You did a tease this week or last week.
Yeah. I don't know if we said what the title is.
It's Unmasked. Yes,
Unmasked. That's the title of issue 4.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What could that possibly mean? I don't know. I'm sure that the title is exactly what happens in the comic, and there's no twist to it at all.
There's no precedent for that at all in comics, is it? Yeah.
The Kickstarter, the pre-launch page is up though, so you can go and
go land on that. Yeah.
Get notified. Yeah. So when the Kickstarter launches, you'll get an email.
Amazing.
Thank you, guys.
And where can people find you and the other comics?
You can check me out on Instagram. I'm jpatricks_.
I'm Philipson Thomas _art on Instagram. But if you want to find The Stranger in particular, we're mostly active on Instagram with The Stranger _ comic series, where we are also on Twitter. And I think the @ is the same. Oh no, it's The Stranger _ KS. But we have like a link tree. I don't know if you guys could put that. Yeah. I also want to just shout out real quick because we didn't mention him. I feel bad. Our colorist is amazing. Davy, you're really, really, really good at coloring, and we love you, and we want to work with you in everything we do because you're really good. So yeah, Davy Pinheiro is our colorist. He's amazing. Devlin Baker is our artist. He's amazing. The whole team is amazing. I'm really proud of everyone. When the comic's done, I'll buy you all ice cream and balloons. Yeah,
ice cream and balloons. That's the best thing. That's the best ever. Comics payment, ice cream and balloons. Just pay me in ice cream and balloons. Yeah.
I keep offering ice cream floats to people at work, and they never seem to want to take them up. But yeah, I think that's a good option as well.
Nice.
Ice cream floats.
Yeah.
I just read it. It took me a second.
Yeah. But this has been amazing, guys, and I'm sure we'll talk to you in the future at some point. So don't be a stranger.
One of them is,
And welcome back.
That was a good one. Nice
yeah, good. Yeah, yes. And a mystery is still kept. A mystery that we want to solve. We want to find out. We
almost got there, didn't we? We almost. Yeah. I felt like we were going too near the edge on that one.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't want it spoiled because the book
I don't want to get it spoiled for myself.
Yeah,
it's purely
it's so fun. It's so fun.
Man, great stories are in the telling. Like it's not just that.
It's not just the ending. It's not just. Films need to realise that.
Yeah.
Or film trailers need to fucking realise that.
Oh God,
Literally everything that's going to happen in the film.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And we've said it so many times. Imagine if we didn't know Spider-Man was going to turn up in Civil War.
Yeah.
Imagine the explosion in the cinema if that had happened.
Yeah. Speaking of explosions, do we have any explosive shout-outs this week, gents?
I've got so many.
So many it's tiring you, Tony.
Oh, man, it's been a long day. So Baltimore is a month away. Baltimore Comic-Con is a month away. Give me a number between 1 and 20, and I'll name a guest.
17.
Eric Larson.
Oh, whoa.
4.
Give me another 4 is Steve Connolly.
Ah.
Our buddy Steve Connolly. Yeah.
Nice.
One more. Come on, Dan.
7.
Garth Ennis.
Fucking hell, man.
Nice.
Some of the Dan Jurgens, Jay Lee, Jim Lee, Terry Moore, Ryan Otley, Jimmy Palmiotti, Mark Buckingham, Howard Chaykin, Frank Joe, Chris Claremont. It is a fucking... What a convention.
That's amazing.
I cannot wait to go there. Watch out comic shops as well. Watch out for Solicit's Electric Chair 4. I was chatting to Falpy today. He's just finishing it off, and it'll be coming to your solicits any day. Who doesn't need some Falpy comics in their life? Sending much love to our buddy, my editor, Eisner Award winner, and one of the best dudes I know in comics, Mark Kopraninoff. He's still suffering a bit. Go and Google. If you're on the Slack, you'll find the link to his GoFundMe. He's really going through it with another diagnosis. If you're not on the Slack, you should be firstly. But if you're not, you can Google Mark with a C, then Koprinarov, Mark Koprinarov, and he go and donate something because he's such a fucking nice geezer.
Yeah, he's such a bloke. Yeah,
he's been on the show, ex-guest of ours.
Real nice
what a lovely
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dylan at the Book Palace for the mailer went out today. Eamon shared it with me. I'm actually on the list, so it arrived. But for mentioning myself and Eamon and meeting us at
there you go.
Gloucester. And lovely. Go and buy something from the Book Palace, from bookpalace.com. If you're listening to this on the morning of release, why not tune into YouTube and look for Cartoon County tonight? They have Christina Striptekic on talking about her sci-fi comics. Or if you're in Brighton tonight, head to the Walrus Pub for about 7 p.m. and you can see Cartoon County. Next Sunday, the 30th of August, is the Rose Tinted Zine Fair, and it's in New Haven, in the south coast of the UK. 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Our buddy Simon Russell's got a table there, as well as pod favourite Dan Locke as well. But they're all
you can go there because the next day's bank holiday.
So of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. That's jumped out at me. I'd forgotten that was a bank holiday. I don't know about you guys. I thought, and then I realised, oh, nice. Yeah. Cool, Dan.
Me. Great news. Vyper went to press. Vyper Red Shadow at press. I got a message from it saying, "Did you mean to do this?" And I went, "Yes, I did mean to do that." I put a white square on the back of the book because I wanted to get the barcode from the British Library when it turns up, and I wasn't going to wait another couple of weeks for that to happen. So I was like, "No, get it to press." But good thing, Mixam said this is correct. So
That's good. Yeah.
Nice bit of print handling there. So nice work, chaps. We've got Zine, Zilla, Animation Festival, Comics Art Fair, illustration, Zine, talks and workshops. That's Saturday, 12th of September, which is not very far away. It's in Trinity Centre, Bristol. Go check them out. Zine Zilla _ Bristol on Instagram. We've got the Goblin Market.
Yay.
Comics and Zines, workshops, and animation screening. This October, 18th of October 2026, 12 till 5 p.m. in Stanley Arts, 12 Saffron.
They were great guests last year, weren't they? What nice people. Yeah.
Perhaps they give us a shout out what they got planned at the Goblin Market, and I can give a bit more of an in-depth shout out in regards to that. And
nice.
That's it for me.
Nice.
Cool.
So without further ado, let's recommend some comics. Let's talk about some comics that you people might want to check out or put on your wish lists, etc. Tony, kick us off.
I'm going to kick off with one that I'm sharing with Dan, and I'm not sure if you've read it yet, V. Santos Sisters mini.
I haven't.
Absolutely lovely.
Okay. So featuring, let's say by GregandFake, and I'm guessing other people, distributed by Floating World, who are based at 340 Southwest Morrison Street, Portland, Oregon, at Floating World Comics. We're lucky enough to get an early preview copy of this through from the guys there, and it's called The Land of Nod. And it's kind of one story, isn't it? This one, Dan. It's occasionally they do little jumps about, but it features. Did you want to say?
Flaming Carrot.
Oh, I love the Flaming Carrot.
Yeah. I thought when we did the secret identity quiz, I wonder if Tony's like snuck him in. But I didn't know anything about the comic, as in like I hadn't read any previews. So when like Flaming Carrot popped up, I was like, oh wow, this is fucking great.
It's good, isn't it? So there's no drugs here, only death. That's one of my favourite lines in it. Yeah, so that's great fucking panel.
I've read that out to my wife.
She said, "Yes, there are. Look," and so there's it. So starts off the Santos sisters in their superhero garbs go up against some green tracksuited crew who are sort of drug dealers. They arrest the gang members and then they go looking for the long hidden jewels. They meet a ghost. They fall into the land of Nod, as per the title, and they encounter the Flaming Carrot. So amongst the melee that happens, mist trains, pygmy monsters, jelly bean shrapnel, and more. And it's just fucking full of crazy. It's like if someone throws acid at Jughead, and this is what happens. Josie and the Pussycats kind of vibe to it.
It feels very wholesome as well.
Yeah, like, it's kind of weird like that, isn't it? It's sort of
there's kind of like an undercurrent of this stuff, but it's very clean. Like it's very interesting. It's kind of like a vibe it sets up. That's like he said when they bust into the drug house, and it's like there's no drugs here, only death, and they're all wearing matching like Adidas style tracksuits.
Yeah, like Run DMC kind of tracksuits.
Like there's like the benefits of working for this drug cartel. They all get matching tracksuits, and
we should do that. We should start doing that.
They sort of like fall for the sisters as well, don't they? After they've been clobbered, they're like, now the sisters are kind of got it going on. And
you're right. It's kind of they are. One of them fancies them.
Yeah.
But it's a sort of funny one because it's like you're right. There's this wholesome sort of Archie vibe going on, and then in the first issue, for example, the first issue of Everything, there's a monster that looks like a penis in it. A furry monster. It's like, and the worth saying here as well is the second volume. So the first volume won the Eisner for the guys. The second hardcover volume, which comes out, I think, out of Fangraphics, is coming out any time now. So go pre-order that because the first volume was lovely, a great read. And this is just more of the same. I just love doing this. And the thing is about it as well, it's very supportive of the small press and comic shops and stuff. If you look in the back, we've got a series of adverts. I mean, we're in American Nature, aren't we? They put us an advert in there for this because of the support we gave them. It's lovely of them, really.
This is a to be continued story as well, isn't it?
Yeah, first part of mini series.
They're kind of stuck where they are, and so how are you going to get back home? And their powers have changed a little because they're in the land of Nod, and it's all just wacky fun, but like we're a very assured, steady, creative team. It's just like, yeah, I'm here for this. Lovely stuff.
Good stuff. Can I give a quickie mention to Megalith? This is from Bad Idea Comics, so we haven't really mentioned much before, because I think the problem with that is, gosh, don't get Bad Idea, but I got this through FP on a mail order. So Bad Idea Comics, Megalith, the Olympus Saga #1, Matt Kinnon writing, Louis LaRosa, and we're always fans of Lewis's, sort of brushy, detailed work. Laura Martin on colours and letters, Taylor Esposito. It's a 3-issue. The 3rd issue's just come out, and it's basically giant monsters fighting over Baltimore, over the top of Baltimore, not about it. It's worth reading from the 1st issue. The 1st issue is kind of people infiltrating this thing that's landed in the city, and they're like, this team of cops and special forces are going in and think, what's all this? They manage to get inside it, and then you realise this is fucking Shogun Warriors. This is like this massive mech, and it's designed to be there to fight this invading massive creature. And the 3rd issue just fucking goes for it in the sky above the sea. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just get on top of that. Hopefully there'll be some kind of trade coming out. But if you can find the first 3 issues, I think they're probably going to be slightly cheaper on the FP site, because they're old issues. Sometimes they drop them down. Have a look for that one. Really good. That's my second one. I've got a normal length one for the end of it. But who's next?
Okay.
Damn.
Should I go? So obviously in my misstep last week of reading book 3 of Realm of the Damned, I went back to book 1, which makes a lot more sense when you get back to book 1. Surprisingly, kind of revolutionary idea. They're reading things in sequential order. So Realm of the Damned, Tenebris Dios, by Alex Worley and Piper, which very kind of in a very similar vein to the first one. The artwork from Pi, like it's very from all these different comics, like his style has stayed relatively the same, very polished, very well done, and it doesn't change that much, which I really admire. Sometimes you get an artist that appears in the title and they improve so much by the time they've got to like issue 6. It's almost like looking at a different artist, but his stuff is lovely. The coloring scheme as well, with it's very much
all in
like,
the colours, isn't it? Like he puts the colour on
grey tones and reds, and as a shorthand, this book it reminds me very much of like the world in Blade 1 and Blade 2, where kind of like there's a subset of a world run by the supernatural creatures, and in this one, like a vampire lord comes back, and the main characters like sit on a task to try and bring him down, but go around and say, look, this guy's a real fucking threat, and no one really takes him seriously till it's a bit too late. But you get the creative team's reimagining of like mummies, werewolves, a Frankenstein monster, and it took me a second when I'm reading this thinking, fuck, that's a mummy. And it's so well done and reimagined, and so much reconsidering like the design look. It's like, that is so well done. Very impressive. Like I can see why this kind of did well, because it builds a world that is very inventive, and it feels like there's a lot to it.
It's also metal as fuck. I think this was they released an issue of this, I think with Metal Hammer or something like that. And there's I think the band, is it Behemoth or Behemoth? There's an actual metal band in it.
Right.
You can see like some of their designs and stuff. Very much like corpse paint and shit like that. It's
straight off like a metal album cover. There's an advert for a metal album at the end. There's a beer that they put out through Hobgoblin. Blood and Beer. There's loads of t-shirts and stuff.
And the story is heavy as fuck. Do you know what I mean? It feels like when you read a
like
book
and
you can hear the soundtrack that goes with it. Like we read a pulp and we think of like that smoky jazz, or something like that. And this is like there's angry,
if you don't like people's
music.
eyes being gouged out, hearts being eaten, heads being blown up, like it's not the book for you.
And now he's drawing Mask.
Yeah.
And now he's taken on Tilly Walden's next project.
What I like about Power is the kind of the vehicles and the equipment and the tech feels all kind of like real but cartoony. It's kind of everything's got a weight to it, and you feel like you could feel the texture on a bit of metal plate that he's drawn.
I mean, I know he did a print, like a few years ago, and now he's off doing other things. But if there was a Mad Max comic, just fucking forget about it. He'd be fucking amazing on it. You know.
Yeah. I have really good time. Interesting to see what's going to happen between books 1 and 3, because in 3
in 2 there's a bit of a past story in that, and
right, okay.
Yeah, some fucking just quality. God, I need to read.
Yeah,
those. I need to read those 3 again. I've got to get
back
them.
yeah. I came across the word during the week, and I tried to find it, but it's the pleasure of owning loads of books but not actually having read them. And I was
there's a Japanese term for that, isn't there?
Yes,
I think I've heard it before. Yeah.
And I was like, fucking hell, that's me all over. Because I looked to the side the other day, and there's like loads of trades and books I've not read.
Saying sorry, mate, go on.
No, I was saying I'm working my way through the Frank Miller book, which I find fascinating.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a lesson, isn't it? That one, I think.
It's a bit when he's talking about when he's a young lad, and to the point where he's in a teen and he's in New York, like starting work for Marvel, and it feels like the way he's written it is, I'm hearing from the young Frank Miller tell me this story about his life, not him as he is now.
Yeah,
he seems to have got the voice of like
there's a literary feel to it there. It's like reading Philip Roth or something. Yeah, it's just it's gorgeous, man. Here's a term, Kidlin's Law. Have you heard of this?
No.
If you write down a problem clearly, the matter is half solved. That's a great little thing I found this week. The other thing is a bit of news. I've almost read through my read pile.
Wow!
Bloody hell!
Fucking hell, T.
So I don't know if anyone's following me on the socials, but I've been trying to take an amount of usually about 12 singles to work and read through them either in the morning or lunchtime or on the way home. And I'm sort of almost worked through it. I'm doing all right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm reading everything I get weekly easily now, even though some of it's shit, to be honest. It's, I'm quite proud of myself around that. Yeah.
They did. I saw an X-Men panel this week, and I was like, what? Like, what?
Even some of the covers, man, you're like, what are you thinking? Yeah.
This used to be a team that used to fly around the world in a Blackbird jet, like jumping out and fighting villains, and then there's an old married couple sitting in a bed, and I was like, oh, this changed.
The one that I know we've had a conversation about it, Dan, the new Daredevil is getting such hype, and I'm like, I have not got a fucking clue why. Absolutely. It's like you said to me, it's a nothing book. I don't know what is going on there. Don't believe the hype, man.
A lot of Emperor's New Clothes going on.
Yeah. V.
You should believe the hype when I talk about this one, because
we've read it.
It's I'm the last domino to fall in terms of recommending this. One I picked up at Comics Assemble from Helena and Damien from Art92, because obviously it just felt right to do it. But I finally got my hands on the Clear Run trilogy, which you can get from art92.com. Follow them on Facebook at art92 and Instagram at art92. And for those that don't know, Clear Run, which is their best-selling comic of all time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It is the heartwarming tale of when they adopted their rescue greyhound. And Marty just, who unfortunately they lost this year, which is very sad. So it was this series is, I mean, what a tribute to that little legend anyway. But it's so well made as a comic. If I can separate, any sort of emotional resonance, it's a really nice read. There's a real heartwarming sort of tale. Obviously, with the first issue, they're talking about adopting a rescue dog, a message that goes throughout.
Mate, rescue dogs all day long.
Yeah,
don't go to breeders, get a rescue dog.
Yeah, and obviously talking about, like, you see the journey of these two people that adopt a dog, and the uncertainty of them, and the uncertainty of the dog itself. It's such a wonderful, the perspectives that we get in this book, as well as the wonderful artwork. Of which I know a few of us and a few of our listeners have had pet portraits from Elena.
One of mine's down the side downstairs.
Yeah, I've got our three fur babies on the wall, and Jo looks at them all the time. She says they're absolutely amazing, those pictures, because like you see life in Elena's work. You see like the sparkle in the eye and stuff. And like Clear Run is just, you can get all three of the books now from then, and it's just joy. It's, you know, I mean there are moments of like real life, like a real, you know, bumping into a nasty dog as well, which was like put my heart in my mouth a little bit about it. But I was just I was really impressed, and then I thought, well, no, of course, you know, it's just really good because Art92 put out really good books. So yeah, go to art92.com and get it. And I'm so glad I mean, it make a nice little collection. I know they sell the individual issues, but it make a nice little complete if they ever want to do that.
Yeah.
And a fitting tribute to what an absolute legend. And that's my one.
All right, too. Good. Shall I finish off?
Yeah, finish us off. Ooh.
So, The Sisters 3, Gravesmore, thanks to John A. Short, who sent this through. Artist is David Hitchcock, another familiar voice to this. It's 1646. This works perfectly because I read this immediately after having rewatched Solomon Kane, which I rate as a fucking movie. I don't care what people say. I quite enjoy it. I think
that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's set in 1646 at the height of the English Civil War. A remote village is terrorized by a murderous man monster they call the Man in the Mire. So enter the Sisters 3, who are three witches. There's Isabella Goodacre. She's the newest of the bunch, who discovers she has telekinesis powers after they try and... She's bald. I think she's got alopecia. But they try to hang her, and she realizes she's got these telekinesis powers by hovering as they hang her, which is quite cool. And they develop, and you begin to realize what a power she is. Elizabeth Crowe, she has the power to take illness from men and women and give it to either back to them or to someone else. She holds it and then gives it to someone else. And Becca Knox, and she's got these sort of weird cat eyes that come on when she's being a sidekick in the team. She's kind of the leader, as it were. They all have their nice roles. So you got the newbie and Isabella. You got Elizabeth Crowe, who sort of heads off and finds evidence in a sort of old library in a monastery. And you got Becca Knox, who's kind of the forthright, stands up the front, leader kind of character. And they're called by a talking black cat, as you would be, to this village called Gravesmore. It is complicated. So they go there to get rid of this monster, but also a Witchfinder General turns up as well at the same time. So you've got that sort of pointed hat Witchfinder General, Hammer horror movie kind of thing going on. It feels extremely historically accurate from what you read. John writes some great phonetically written out language that feels very of the time. The Hitchcock's pencil is that what we're used to from him, with that sort of almost pencil-y shaded feel to it. He's got his own dynamic feel to stuff, but that aids in it being somehow a bit more historic and also somewhat more creepy, just because of his style somehow. It doesn't hold back in the nasty stuff. There's a point where who is it? It's Elizabeth Crowe gives somebody the plague. So she holds all these things inside her, and then when they're attacked, she gives someone the plague in order to kill them. Only a Fool Crosses the Red Witches is a lovely little one. But it very nicely allows the reader to feel for the characters, understand the situation by introducing each of them. It's one of those, I know, mentioned Jason again. I know Jason over at 11 O'Clock Comics loves the whole getting the gang together kind of stories. And this is what this is. The three of them are gathered together as this power of three witches, which is a regularly gathered but different people through the ages sort of thing. If you go to cultcreations.blogspot.com, you can find out more about it. It's currently funding on Kickstarter. It's got 7 days to go as we record, and it's already smashed its total. But if you want to be in the cool crowd, go and find The Sisters 3 Gravesmore. I'm guessing there's going to be more of these because it's kind of The Sisters 3 : Gravesmore. So I'm guessing there's going to be some more. It's very enjoyable, very readable. It takes a while to get going, in all honesty, because you're kind of delving into the characters and then you're sending them on their mission and stuff, and then it really sort of takes off at the end. So yeah, really good. There you go. That's my second.
David Hitchcock's an absolute legend of the UK comics game. In my
we every 6 months he comes up, doesn't he? Seemingly putting out a new book, whether it would be Scratch or with with John and everything like that. Yeah, he's 2008 D's featured in. So he's always. I remember seeing him Bristol
Bristol,
when the comic
used to see
convention.
him,
He was
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, I remember having a conversation about him about printing on newsprint because he did like
Ah,
big,
that-
oversized newsprint. But
What was that?
like,
Jack.
that was
Spring
a
Hill Jack?
Spring Hill Jack, yeah, around that time. And then he
Yeah.
did Madam Samurai. A few
Oh,
years
okay. I
later.
don't think
Yeah.
I read that one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I love his artwork.
The Visible Man he did, didn't he, for
Yeah.
2000 AD,
Yeah.
I think, with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you don't know his work, go seek it out because there's plenty of it out
Check
there.
it out.
Absolute workhorse. And speaking of the cool crowd, you listening to this, yes, you are now one of the cool crowd because you've listened to the ACP and gotten to this stage of the show. So, well done.
Congrats.
Have a smartie. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Have a lovely E number.
Who has
Oh,
one
that's-
Smartie? What kind
You
of
can't,
weird
you
bloke
can't, can you? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
They're fucking loads of smarties.
Yeah. If you were going to share Tic Tacs with people, would you only give them one Tic Tac or would you pour a few into their hands?
Usually two. I'm going to say two.
Two. No more than two?
Well, they can have as many as they like. I don't care.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? I would think sensibly. Otherwise, you're being greedy, aren't you?
Yeah.
You give them the little Tic Tac container, and then it becomes like a kind of judgment thing on their half, how much they take.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
if they
wow,
take too many,
Dan.
trying to put them back. That's
Wow. Wow.
Psychology.
Wow. You're like, bloody hell, your mind is like a coiled spring ready to snap on someone at any moment.
Like an
Be
elastic band ready to
Be
snap.
wary if Dan gives you a Tic Tac box next time you see him at a convention.
It's all a
I
test.
never get
'cause he's-
fucking Tic Tacs.
Because he's fucking sussing you out.
Don't you?
I like the orange and lime ones.
Yeah, they're the best.
They're the
Clearly, that's-
best. They're
yeah.
fucking clearly the
Like,
best.
Orange Club biscuits were always the best, weren't they?
Oh
okay.
yeah. You don't see club biscuits about much these
No,
days,
I
do you?
don't know what's happened to them.
Yeah. Anyway, for all this and more riveting chat, join us back next week, where we're going to talk about more comics and comics.
I think it's going to be a three amigos, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. It will be. There'll be three of us talking comics and probably a
We've
lot
got a subject,
of.
haven't we?
Bollocks.
Your mum in comics. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
subject for next week.
Yeah. The Your Mum is AI shirt is in the works.
The production.
Oh, is it? Oh, good.
Yes.
Your mum is AI.
Yeah, Your Mum is AI. I can't wait. Should I put our logo there? I doesn't
Yeah.
feel.
Fuck
Yeah.
Put it on the back. Nice
Yeah.
big logo on the back.
Yeah, lovely.
As they say, we'll stand 10 toes down on that. ACP. Your mum is AI t-shirt.
Wow.
Where should we get our little logo in the eye of the AI?
Yeah. That's good. While we go off to brainstorm that, we just want to say thank you for listening to this week's episode, wherever it was, and if there's anything you want us to talk about on future episodes, or perhaps you've got a comics course that you'd like us to shout out, or perhaps a comic event or anything, then please do let us know. We'll put it in the shout outs. You can email us awesomecomicspod@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at the Awesome Comics Pod. It's not the Awesome at. God fucking hell! It's that time of the night, gents. I've completely lost it. At Awesome Comics Pod on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the Awesome Pod on X. Where did you hear us? Perhaps it was on the website awesomecomics.podbean.com. Perhaps it was on the Podbean app on Apple. Just 5 stars. Leave us a review. Say something nice. Algorithms and all that shit. They're a fucking apocalyptic wasteland these days, and so it helps us get discovered by other people and listen to the show. And we're also on Spotify. Do the same there. We're also on Amazon, Stitcher, Podnose, Podknife. What other networks are we on, Tony?
We're on the network. Reading comics in public does not make you a fucking activist. It just makes you a comic reader.
Truer words.
He's right.
Truer words. And also,
Don't worry about what people think about you. Read the comic.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry
yeah.
about it.
I just before we go.
Though Dan, you have said before that you've been reading a spicy comic on the train before. Thought, perhaps
That's a bit different.
Yeah. That's different. Well, no, I just saw a reel of somebody sitting on it saying, "I read comics in public. Look at me. I don't care. Fuck, I've been reading comics in public for fucking 50 years."
Yeah.
Fucking
When you start
comic
fighting
people.
at work, that's when you don't care.
Yeah. Farting at work. Wow.
That's when you really don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Fighting at work.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. I'm not at that stage.
No. Wow.
I'm just
I've been at
saying.
that stage 40 years.
You started at that stage.
Yeah. Do you fart during the show?
Yeah,
Wow. Your mic never picks it up.
doesn't it? I sometimes mute myself.
Yeah. Just imagine.
Show myself as busy.
Yeah. I've seen a Zoom call where someone uploaded it where someone broke wind and they'd done the speaker view on them. Because you can have a Zoom thing where whoever speaks like goes full screen. They drop their guts
and it's switched to it.
Full screen.
Yeah. God, there's so many fart stories I could kick off right now, but we're not going to get. We're a very highbrow show. No, we're not. If you've listened to us for any amount of time. But where can people find us online, etc.? Tony EZ on Substack. Thanks to everyone who's been interacting with the Substack recently. It's been good. Nice. Damn.
You can find me on Twitter at Vanguard Comic. You can read Vanguard at vanguardcomic.com. So I'm just finishing up. Vyper's gone to press. Finish up with Saint. Then we got Grim Scary Tales, which I'm drawing Tony's script. And then Vyper's back.
Nice.
Vanguard's back. Not
Mate,
Vyper.
get some fucking sleep. Don't fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And
Dev can wait. We've got
yeah. Do it on the show for the numbers. No. He's gonna stay alive forever.
Tommy Cooper died on the stage, didn't he? He just do the same.
He did.
Yeah.
Just
like that.
I watched that as a kid. I remember watching it as a kid, thinking, "What the fuck happened there?"
Everyone's laughing, didn't they? Because they think it's a bit,
a bit weird.
It just kind of gets dragged under the curtain.
Sorry, I don't.
And the show went on.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, but
you can find me
completely unrelated. Is there a doctor in the theatre? Does it something to do with Tommy? Nah, nothing to do with Tommy Cooper.
Any Undertakers in the future?
Yeah.
You can find me on social media at Jester Diablo. Follow us. Join the Slack community where there's a wonderful community of awesome comics podcast listeners and comics creators there. Just keeping the conversation going. Really appreciate all the feedback. Podbeam was a bit weird this week and threw the numbers out. But
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, but the community let me know that people did listen to it. So that was great. And yes, acpgear.redbubble.com. Keep an eye on that over the next week because something new will be going up on there.
Yeah.
So you can get yourself a mug. And from us three mugs here in ACP Towers, have a brilliant week. Read loads of comics. Keep making comics that just make you happy. And just because that's when the good comics happen, people. And from all of us here, have a brilliant week. And what's the other thing that they should do every week?
Stay awesome.
Stay awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.